What's going on, guys? Shane here with another trainer's tip. So I want to start this video out by saying this, that the biggest, hardest, most powerful punch in the world means nothing if it doesn't land, right? You see guys like this who are flexing like they're in a muscle competition, throwing big punches. Don't over-concern yourself with power, guys. That's not the most important thing in a fight. I know you want to get that knockout, but you're not going to get that knockout by throwing the most powerful punch, by tensing up your muscles, right? You want your punches to be crisp, to be accurate so that they land, right? And you want to have sound technique, all right? You don't want to be throwing big haymakers with big power. That's not the correct way of throwing a punch, all right? I'm going to talk more about power and when to use it, but for now, let's do a little drill. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw 10 straight crosses in a row, but I'm going to be doing it with tensed muscles. So for about 5 seconds, I'm going to squeeze everything from my lats, my traps, my core, my glutes, everything. I'm going to squeeze all of the muscles, forearms, everything. And then I'm going to throw 10 punches, but I'm going to keep everything tensed up. Let's see how long that takes for me to do that. All right, so here's the 5 seconds of squeezing, tensing everything up. About 3, 4, 5, and here comes the first punch. So I'm going to start the timer. All right, I'm just going to go 10 row, but I'm keeping everything nice and tense, tight. All right, here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, took me about 4.77 seconds. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. So you're going to see a big difference now. I'm going to loosen up my muscles, and I'm going to throw punches with loose muscles, right? I'm going to roll out my shoulders. I'm going to stretch my lower back, bring some oxygen in, roll out the shoulders one more time, and I'm going to do the same thing, 10 punches, all right? First, it's pretty obvious. I'm going to be moving quicker, but I want you to take notice to some other things as well, all right? Some things that you may not realize that tensing your muscles up restricts you from doing, all right? So right when that first punch starts, I'll start the clock. Hold on for it, wait for it, and okay, so we'll start the clock now. Ready, set, boom. Obviously much quicker. That was the last one, about 2.65, about half as quick, all right? Or twice as quick, which is huge in a fight. 2 seconds is huge in a fight. You know how many punches can be thrown? You know how much can be done in 2 seconds in a fight? That's huge, okay? And that was just because I loosened up my muscles. The other thing that you probably noticed is that I picked my feet up. I was moving, okay? Watch my feet. Creating angles, all right? I'm moving to the side as I'm throwing it. And that's good. You want to be doing. You want to be creating angles. A lot of guys, when they tense up their muscles, plant their feet. They get those tree trunk legs, and they root themselves into the ground, all right? And they have no mobility. And they're concerned about throwing those big haymakers, about knocking someone's head clean off their shoulders, right? But if your opponent's moving around and you're staying in one spot, or they're attacking your legs, right? Or they're shooting in for a takedown and stuff like that, you want to be mobile, or you want to be moving around. You don't want to over-concern yourself with power, all right? So I'm just going to shadowbox here and I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about it. So it is important that you do squeeze at a certain point. You don't want to have a loose fist when you throw your punch, right? Because then you're going to break your hand. You're going to hurt yourself, all right? But you don't want to be doing this and throwing these big punches, rooting yourself into the ground, right? Slow. They're not accurate. There's way more negatives than there are positives when you're doing that. But I do want you to flex just before you make contact on your punches. Notice my punch. My hands are open right now. But you notice when I throw my punches, I'm squeezing. Right here, it's pretty loose, but right as I make contact, I squeeze my forearms, I squeeze my fist, and I do this when I'm working the heavy bag, when I'm working mitts, when I'm sparring, when I'm shadowboxing, so that in a fight, right? It's gonna sink in and it's gonna come second nature. All right, let's watch in slow motion so you can see. Hands are open right here, so that I can parry punches. But by the time I make contact, I'm closing my fist. All right. Sometimes I'll stay loose like this, but for the most part, if I'm throwing and I'm expecting to land, then I'm going to tense up. You can see my movement is much better. All right. I'm nice and mobile. I can move around. I can slip punches. Let's watch a little bit faster. All right. You don't have to go super, super hard and tense your muscles the whole time. The other thing that's going to do too is waste energy. All right. But with that being said, so many people talk about what I'm saying, but they stress it too much. They say that technique is super important and power isn't important. Well, power is important at certain times, all right? Let's say, because the reason why I bring this up, I was talking to a black belt, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and he said that he heard the same thing. But the thing is, let's say someone gets you in an arm bar. Well, then, yeah, you're going to have to tense up your muscles and try to rip that out or keep them from extending your arm. Same thing goes with striking. All right, someone throws this big kick and you gotta check it, or you gotta block a punch, and yeah, you gotta brace for it. You gotta tense your muscles up. All right, guys. So stay loose. Try it. Staying calm. You don't have to be like a wet noodle when you do it, but flex right when you make contact. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and get the fight tips before your opponent does. Until next time, I'm Shane with Fight Tips. Self-defense for the underdogs.